Of an electrolyte says that it's a substance that conducts electricity when it's dissolved in solution. Well, how do you know if something dissolves in solution? Because not every compound will dissolve. There's a table in your book, it's a solubility table. Okay, this table tells us whether a compound is soluble or not. What does soluble mean? Soluble means it dissolves. So guys, if something, and specifically we're talking about dissolves in water. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot some of y'all had a different book. That's it. Anybody got the old book? Okay. 125?
29.
125. Yeah. If a compound is soluble, that means it dissolves in water. That means we would put AQ. I'm trying to record it. If a compound is insoluble, that means it doesn't dissolve in water. So if we put it in water, we would write an S by it. Now, let's be sure you understand how to read that table. We'll start with this. Y'all, will salt dissolve in water? Sure, you know that without having to look at the table. Okay, you know that salt is water. Can you see that from that table, that NaCl would be aqueous? If you look at the table in your book, it lists water-soluble compounds. The first entry on that table says compounds containing an alkali metal cation. Do you remember where the alkali metal cations are? Those are in the first group. Well, shucks, I went to a different slide. In this example, sodium is an alkali metal cation. So that tells me that would be a water-soluble compound. If I look at that table and look straight across from that entry that says compounds containing alkali metal, straight across from it lists exceptions. Are there any exceptions to that? No. So that's how I know that this would be dissolved in water, and I would have an AQ. The example that I just did in class, this is magnesium chloride, right? So you guys saw it dissolve in water. You know it's going to be AQ. Do you see that that table agrees with that? Do you see the table lists chlorides, right? On table 4.2, it says compounds containing the chloride ion would be water soluble. So therefore it's AQ. What if I wrote AgCl? I haven't demonstrated that one today. Y'all haven't tried to dissolve silver chloride in water? Okay. Do you see the table tells us that that would be an S? Chlorides are on the soluble table, but exceptions are silver, mercury, and lead. Right? So that would be solid. What would you put on calcium carbonate? Looking at the tables in your book, you decide what goes on that. Do y'all see that it's insoluble in water?